What is up?
Hello.
What's up, guys?
We're here.
It's time for the Co-National Champ Training Stream. Put very well by 1-star Peep 5-star game there. We're going to do some sealed triads. So what we're going to do is we each have 3 decks. We're going to do this twice tonight because we bought a whole case, so we're going to open the entire display. We're going to open our decks.
And we're going to talk about what we think we would ban. Okay.
Just based on houses.
Just based off of looking at the houses, because that's
without
all
looking at our deck.
That's all you're going to get at Nationals is getting to look at your opponent's stuff. And then Justin and I are each going to take about 5 minutes to talk about the decks that we have, and then decide which of the other persons we want to ban, while the other one is not in the room. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the other one's going to come in and we'll swap. So the goal is to try to have as little information as possible. Try to keep the environment about the same.
Yeah.
As it would be at Nationals. So yeah, we'll go ahead and crack them.
So don't look at the list, right? Yeah.
I mean, you can peek at the list. Yeah.
Peek at it?
Yeah, we got to scan it, but
Get a little peek.
Get a little peek.
Ooh, that's terrible.
Pleasance of Tox Cove Tent.
I got Yato Petulant Home Jester. An error. Okay, good.
Yep, perfect.
Okay, good. Okay, error.
This
okay.
is Sanctum Dis Logos.
This is Untamed Brobnar Dis, which I think I'm probably likely to play that deck.
He who pressingly includes invention.
This is Quasimodo... Comet Quasimodo Eggbull. Okay. Brobnar Logos Mars.
Getting errors.
No, we don't have the stream on the other room. No cheating.
Yeah.
And then Logos Brobnar Dis.
This is Logos Dis Untamed. I'm just like so tempted to never ban an Untamed deck. Oh, this is Brobnar Logos Shadows. I bet I wouldn't get to play this one very often. It's probably a toss-up between these two, right?
Which one gets banned?
Which one of these gets
probably
banned?
That one, I think.
I think people would be terrified of the Shadows plus like the
Shadows,
Grumpy potential.
Shadows Logos Brobnar can definitely be a big deal. I don't have any Shadows, so who knows, honestly.
Yeah. I would be tempted to say this one.
Yeah.
Like, just in the dark, I would probably ban this one. The thing about Brobnar Dis, when we were looking at the percentages on the Crucible tracker, Brobnar Dis combos were like the winningest from AOA.
Okay.
Or some of the winningest. I think this is the one I would probably ban. The thing about Brobnar and Dis is that this doubles the likelihood of you having board wipes, right? You've got Unlocked Gateway and you've got Coward's End. You also could have standardized testing. That one, I think, is a little bit harder to use effectively.
The question is, when do you choose? Who chooses when to ban first?
Yeah, I don't know. Do we know how that works?
Time?
Right.
I would imagine it's got to be same time.
Yeah.
If anyone knows that, let us know. Great to see you guys doing a prep stream. Super dope. Nationals TO? Your Nationals TO?
Cool.
Sweet.
Thanks.
You banned simultaneously.
Banned simultaneously.
Well, that's the best person to tell us this.
Yes.
How do you...
Perfect.
How do you do that? Do you, like,
do you
secretly write it down or something?
Or do you, like, have their Archons without flipping over?
And
then, like, you pick 1, 2, 3 point. Okay.
1, 2, 3 point.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Same time. I don't know you.
Same time.
Same time. What if you're really good at rock paper scissors and you know how to like redirect your points? Okay, so I'll leave the room first. I
Sure,
guess.
sure. So I can talk about mine.
Yeah. I'm gonna come back in 5 minutes.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so I have this Pleasance of Toxcove Tint. It's not likely that I'm going to get to play this one, but the Sanctum in this deck is solid. Not like amazing, but solid. It's got 2 Blinding Lights, which is pretty good. It has 3 Prince Derek Unifiers, which is something. It's definitely something. It does have an unlocked gateway. It's got a Hysteria. It's got 3 Fates. It's got an Orb of Invidus to slow the game down a lot. This deck does have 2 shards. It's got the Logos Shard and the Sanctum Shard. So that is also something. My experience with the shards, they might be just too slow for sealed. Like the Sanctum one's at least amber control, which is pretty good. We got a Doorstep. Let's see if Archon bot's got it yet. Nope. Nothing. Okay. Anyway, got a Lord Golgotha. He's really good at clearing the board. We have the aforementioned unlocked gateway in the disc side. We got a Dust Imp. That's pretty good. Binding Irons and Call of the Weak. That's solid stuff. Gongoozle, Hysteria. I mean, honestly, I like this disc side. There's not a ton of amber control, but the Orb of Invidus is there to slow down amber generation. We got a Director of ZYX, a Bouncing Death Quark, ZYX researcher, Professor Sutterkin. Remote Access is really good. Yeah, I would be excited to play this deck. If you can keep people on the board, then like 3 Prince Dereks is going to generate like an insane amount of amber. Alright, so he who pressingly includes Invention. It's a Logos Dis Untamed. I'm probably going to end up playing this deck. This deck does have 3 Igors. It's got 2 3 Fates. It's got an Earthbind, which is like they have to discard a card to use a creature, so that's not too bad. It also has a Gravid Cycle, which I believe is the Omega card that returns a card from your discard pile back to your hand. So that seems pretty good. This deck has 2 3 Fates and a Tolus and a Pain Reaction. That's actually a lot of interesting stuff. If you ever have a hand with Tolus and 3 Fates, then you could possibly generate like a lot of amber. Are you getting those? Okay, there we go. Sweet. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't. I tried calling it up earlier, but it didn't. It took forever for it to actually come up. It's got a They're Everywhere, which isn't bad. It's got a Amber Spine Mongrel and a Soldiers to Flowers. The thing to remember about Soldiers to Flowers is that the ability is symmetrical, so you don't want to like use it at the wrong time and give your opponent a bunch of amber. It has 3 Cutthroat Research, which I'm not crazy about, but that would help if your opponents try to just generate too much amber. It's got Lash of Broken Dreams, so Lash and Cutthroat Research kind of combo together because you could use Lash to make them pay a lot more for the key, and then that sets up your Cutthroat Researches to generate a lot of amber. So this deck seems okay. It seems like you're going to have to win by generating a lot of amber, and you might have trouble controlling the board, though. It's got an Archimedes and Bouncing Death Quark, which is a good combo. So you might be able to get some people with that. And then the last deck is W.O. I Google of the Blind Arena, and I don't know if I scanned this one or not. I'm gonna double check. The name, okay, yeah, it's already registered. This deck, this name is like unpronounceable. I Google. Okay. This is the Shadows deck, so there's a pretty good chance. Yeah, you can come in. There's a pretty good chance I don't actually get to play this deck because of the Shadows. The Shadows here does look pretty exciting, though. and the Brobnar is the kind of stuff you want to help you to like control a board. And Logos.
I can't look at the SAS course.
The Logos
it's poisoning my opinion. I'm closing the chat.
Logos has got a pretty good combo in it, if you know what I mean. Got a pretty good combo. Got to send Justin to the laundry brig, if you know what I mean. So, I'm not optimistic that I would get to play this deck. I would sleeve this deck at the tournament, but I'd be surprised if I ever actually got to play it. So, all right, I will depart. I'll be back at 7:45.
All right. Okay, guys. I'll try linking all my decks first without looking at the. I'm not looking up in the chat, so I'm blocking the upper levels of chat. So the first one is Yato, Petulant Home Jester, and then no, that didn't work. Yato, Petulant Home, and Comet Quasimodo Egg Bull. Comet, did the quotes work? I forgot if we figured that out or not. Then, okay, that didn't work. Subbizard, the Protector of Possibility. This deck looks fun. I was looking at it while I was in the other room. It does have Time Traveler in it, but I don't think I'm going to be able to play this deck. Whatever. Okay, so they're not linking, but if you want to try looking them up based on my things, my little type outs, no quotes. There you go. Thank you. Okay, so let's look at Yato's. Dis Untamed Brobnar. The Brobnar, notably, 2 Bramos is pretty good. Blood Money, Burn the Stockpile, which is sort of rare from what we've seen. Mugwump, Call for the Quiet. Okay, it's like a decent Brobnar. There's no way to fight immediately, which I really like seeing in Brobnar. Dis, 2 Binding Irons, Gold Key Imp, Unlock Gateway, Hysteria, Old Yerk, 2 Hecatombs, but there's no real good way to abuse that, I don't think. That's 2 Hecatombs, what, all the 3 creatures, Gub, Gold Key Imp, Old Yerk. That's not great. This Untamed seems okay. It does have Persistence, Huntings, Regrowth, a Glimmer, Fanghouse, Full Moon, Soldiers to Flowers. I like Mimicry is the best card in Untamed, so Mimicry could win me games, I think, if I end up playing this deck. Alright, so that is Yato. Let's look at Comet. The Brobnar has 2 Coward's End, 2 Ganger Chieftains, a Drummerknot. So 2 Ganger Chieftains, 1 Drummerknot. That's pretty good. With Gauntlet of Command, it's got a Screech Bomb, and a Bramo. That's like a pretty decent Brobnar, I think. I'm feeling that Brobnar. Ooh, this logo says Project ZYX, Director of ZYX and ZYX Researcher, along with Titan Librarian, 2 Professor Sutterkins, 2 Cutthroat Research, Fetch Drones, Archimedes. So that's a pretty good logo. So that's like the logos you want to see. The Mars 3 Sky Booster Squadrons, 2 Collector Worms, a Mars First, Fixed Finger, Dominator, Shockworm, Amber Conduction Unit, Custom Virus, Flotsam Spike. That's like a meh-ish Mars. It's very like board-centric Mars. It doesn't do anything. None of those guys do anything the turn you play them. So that's kind of, it's kind of whatever. Custom Virus I do like. Conduction Unit is whatever. It doesn't have usually a huge impact on the board. I do like the Brobnar in here a lot. These are probably the 2 decks I'll end up playing, so I guess I gotta live with it, but I'm not super excited about those decks. And then Subbizard, the Protector of Possibility. This Brobnar has Coward's End, and Into the Fray, Lollop, Kulf. It does have Pile of Skulls, 2 Calphine, so that's decent. A quick swap for Nathan's best deck while he isn't looking. Do you think he'll realize it? I'll have to like unscan it on his app and then scan it on mine. This disc has Charette, Call of the Week, 2 Dust Imps, 2 Exhumes, Schuler Streak, 2 Unlock Gateways, a fair game. That seems really good. This logo says 2 Hexpions, Helper Bot, Lab Work, 2 Interdimensional Graphs, Help Read Yourself, Time Traveler. I am never going to play this deck, and that kind of bums me out because I really want to play this deck. I shouldn't even open it. Man, that sucks. I want to play this deck so bad. That's the one downside about this tournament, I feel like, is if I open a deck I'm really excited about and it's houses that people will frequently ban, I'm never going to play it. And that's just kind of a bummer. To open something you're excited about and not play, kind of a downside, but it is what it is. We got to get used to it. I think I would win most games with this deck, but alas, I don't think I'll be playing it. I guess I gotta learn how to win with garbage. That's the name of the game tonight, is how to win with garbage. Now, as far as what I'd ban, Logos Disc Sanctum, I think, is like, that could possibly be top tier. I'm definitely not going to ban Logos Disc Untamed, I think. Because giving my opponent Untamed, that's like pretty good chance it's not great. The Disc Shadows... Yeah, you can come in. Disc Shadows, Logos... You can come in.
Over here.
Subzard is... Hey, don't say anything, Lord Winter.
Got a drink. Alright. Oh, okay. Alright. So, it's 3, 2, 1 ban. I guess what we could do is we could have a die. And it would be like 1, 2, 3. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
This is your 1, this is your 2, this is your 3. And then
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. And so
you could set it and then reveal it?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know that I've decided yet.
Okay. So
because
yeah,
it's kind of between these two, because I think Dis, like that Sanctum, could be a problem for my decks.
For your decks. Okay. Fair. That was what I wanted to know, is like once you started looking at your deck list, if what you wanted to ban house wise would change.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty interesting. I think I know which one. I'm still just gonna probably ban the one my initial gut says. This one could be problematic, but I think you've got so many board wipes between the two of these potential, plus like bouncing Death Quark and other stuff. You could have like Archimedes and board wipes.
True.
Too. So I mean, you could have it in here as well, but I think this just fights for the board very well. So I think that's the one I'm probably going to go with. So
I think I have to ban that one. So I mean,
okay.
I'm very close to banning this one, but
I could see arguments for either.
I don't think I can deal with like heavy Amber control. So I think I have to just cut out Shadows. It's the most likely to have it.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. One.
So so you banned that. All right. We'll get to sleeving.
Like I said, I heavily considered it, and maybe this is got like a lessons learned.
Doesn't know what Nathan has.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
This is not the red stripe versions.
This is the part of the stream where we can't open
Yep.
packs of cards.
Oh, see everybody in Nationals.
So I guess we can like look at our decks now.
Yeah.
So this deck did have Time Traveler in it.
Oh, time. Oh man, double interdimensional
and 2
draft.
Exhumes.
Jeez, remote access.
It's,
2 Exhumes with Time Traveler.
It seemed pretty good.
Ooh.
The
Pile of skulls.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to play against this garbage. Unlock gateway. Yeah, get that garbage out of here. I'm so glad I don't have to play against that. So mine had 2 Ronnies and Brig.
Yeah.
So it had Binary Rupture, Interdimensional Graft.
Yeah.
And then the Brobnar in here is not bad. It's like, it's got Relentless Assault and Into the Fray and a Gengar Chieftain and like Lollop and Ogo Pogo. So there's like probably chances where it also has a Cyber Giant rig. So you could like Into the Fray, then Gengar Chieftain like a Lollop. He kills like 2 guys, and you like Cyber Giant him up. And,
I mean, you already said 2 Ronnies and a Brig, so
yeah.
Ronnie, I feel like is reason enough to.
It's got Throwing Stars.
Yeah.
Too. So I mean, the Shadows otherwise is fairly mediocre. It's got 2 bad pennies, and I'm probably just always discarding those. And then 2 Knuckles Bolton, who I don't hate, but
I don't hate him either.
He's not amazing.
Ever gonna die to your opponent's stuff, so there's that.
He like dodges a lot of the board wipes. A lot of like the he dodges like. He dodges what's his face. They're everywhere. Mars doesn't have like an easy way to just kill him outright. And then he's elusive too, so people have to end up like sinking more resources into him to get rid of him. So
I need to actively not watch you sleeve your deck. Should we sleep face down? Nah, that's too much work. That's too much work.
We'll see him.
2 Rise isn't good with 4 creatures with power 2 armor. 4 power 2 armor giving each other buffs is scary. It can be, but I think I have ways to deal with those, at least in one of my decks. I guess the question, if the TO is still here, is who decides what deck they're playing and how does that work? And can you change if you lost with a deck? Can you play your other deck in the second round?
That is a good question. I don't know about that.
I'm assuming you can, but I don't know when you would make that decision. That's how we played it at Not a Vault Tour. You can change when you lose.
Okay, so you can elect to swap into the other deck then.
You decide simultaneous. Winner changes, loser can opt to change. Okay. Very good to know.
Would you want to?
I don't know, because your opponent's not going to play that deck.
Yeah, you're giving your opponent information, right?
Sort of, but you're also taking information away from them, right? Because you are not playing that deck again.
That's true.
So they don't know what's in your second deck at all.
Yeah.
But they do know most of the cards in your first deck. So I think most of the time the right call is to swap. Because then you both have equal amounts of information for the last game.
Right. You get to see what's in there, assuming you win.
Yeah.
It's just one of those, like, I think if your last deck is your weakest deck, you want to, like, play that deck the fewest amount of times possible. Does that make sense?
But you have to win with it. So...
Yeah, you have to win with it, but... So if it has, like, a 30% chance to win, I'd want to try to win with my 60% chance deck first, and then give myself 2 30% chances to win.
That makes sense, yeah. The thing I'm unsure of is an Archon Triad. Do you look at your opponent's deck list when deciding? No.
No, we do not get to look at the deck list.
Because it's sealed Triad, so you just know houses. That's another reason that this is more difficult. Or that choice is more difficult.
Yeah. Like, part of the reason why... I mean, Justin and I were strongly considered blowing this event off, but the more we talked about it, the more we were like, we'll never get to play this event like this again. And it'll be just like... Yeah, I think it's going to be crazy.
Yeah. So. Friday is going to be a very interesting day.
Yeah, the deck I'm least sure about is this Dis Logos Untamed deck.
So in the same vein of, like, wanting to win with your 30% chance to win deck, you could lead with it and then switch to your strong deck to try to get a win with your strong deck, and then go back to it.
Yeah, I guess.
You know? It's the same thing, sort of.
Also, I mean, I think if I win the first game, I think I'm in a better mood.
Random question is, how portable is your streaming equipment? Not at all. Also, we're flying, so...
Yeah. We have, like, studio lights and all kinds of stuff.
As much as we would love to stream elsewhere, it's not that portable.
Yeah. Because we talked about taking it with us to Gen Con, but we were like, well, we've got a van and we got other people that would be in the van with us.
If we weren't flying, it'd be pretty doable, but...
Yeah.
But hey, if you guys are streaming, or like hosting a stream there, and you need some casters, and we both sucked and aren't in day 2, let us know.
Okay. I think so. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stick to my guns here. I'm gonna lead off with my best deck.
Okay.
Or the deck that I think is best.
I honestly don't know which is better between these two. I think they're equally shitty.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know.
I think this one I think has some plays.
I guess I did not look at the SAS and Eric because we technically won't be able to, since we won't be able to scan it. See you Friday morning.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's good digitally meeting you.
So we won't be able to like see the
right,
scores.
because we won't be able to scan the decks.
Yeah, assuming
and,
it's like the other vault.
Yeah, and I think it's like basically pointless to look at that stuff.
Right. Definitely don't make your decision based on that.
Right. Unless you somehow memorize the algorithm. But I mean, I could spend all day tomorrow looking at the source code or whatever.
Okay,
and I don't think it would really change anything.
Who do I want to play first? I'll play what I think is my weaker deck, and these are like pretty close to the same level.
The other deck was just insane.
Yeah,
it looked insane.
It was pretty good. I don't know. We can look at the SAS on that one, I guess. Let's see if Subazard. You said quotes don't work right in the search. It was 91. No, it was not. you liar. What are you talking about?
Subizard.
Why do I keep opening 91s for a prep stream? I have one other 91. It was the one I opened in our Gen Con prep. Let me see this.
59 Eric, 91 SAS.
What is that? That's so dumb. Oh man, that's hilarious.
It's like deck manipulation is 11.
Yes.
So
I mean, exhuming time travelers constantly. You're like exhume time traveler, unlock gateway. Exhume time traveler, unlock gateway. I do this all the time.
I do this for the rest of the game. All right. Now this deck is a little light, I think, on Amber control. It's got some good answers, but a little light. I'm gonna say very light.
Very light. I think I'm pretty light in both these decks as well.
I mean, that was the thing about Gen Con. I went to 6. If I could go to 6, I just went to 6.
Yep.
Just dare your opponent to have it, kind of thing. So Blizzard. Okay.
The decks in round 2 have been proving that SAS meant little. That's a good point too.
Eight. 11. I mean, one of the things that I think is underrated in Sealed is like learning your deck as you play, like trying to figure out like what works, like, what kind of hands you really want with the deck. I feel like this hand is not bad. I think I can do better though. Well, actually, I think this is the type of hand this deck wants. Yeah, I think this is actually an incredible hand, the more that I look at it and process it. So I'm going to keep.
Okay.
Alright, ready?
Yep.
Alright, I'm going to start with Logos, and I'm going to play Director of ZYX.
Alright.
Go ahead.
I'll say Dis. I'll play Gub and Binding Irons you.
Okay. See how it's going to be. Alright, so start of my turn, I'm going to archive the top card. I am going to say Dis. I'm going to Binding Irons you.
Jeez.
When somebody Binding Irons you, you Binding Irons them right back. And then I'm going to play a Streak and a Tesmal. I'm going to tell your hand that I hate it.
Okay.
And it's your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw 2.
So I think I'm just going to say Robnar, and I'm going to pound the Tesmal.
Okay.
That's actually all I can do, and I just drop a chain
and do nothing.
Do nothing, yeah.
What are the dogs doing? We got some dogs in there. Alright, so start of my turn, I'm going to archive with the Director of ZYX.
You're right, Stormstrong. I'll use damage tokens.
Ah.
Dice are not legal.
I'm gonna reap with the Director. I'm gonna play. I don't know the deck list well enough. I'm gonna Wild Wormhole.
I mean, you gotta go with it.
We're gonna Yerk. Okay, so I'll slam this Yerk on the other side of the streak. Pitch a card. I'll pitch Equalize. I think that card... You got Dis, so like Charette is definitely a consideration. But like Brobnar doesn't capture in the set. Untamed doesn't capture in the set. The Amber Pip is nice, but I think Equalize is a easy discard there. And then I'm going to play Library Babble and Shard of Knowledge. And then I'm going to tell you to go ahead.
There's like no way for me to not only have 4 cards next turn.
Wow.
It's pretty much a bummer.
I'll draw and drop a chain.
Untamed. I'll play Rustnar, I'll play a Fang House, and I'll play a Regrowth. Drop chain and draw 2 cards, up to 4.
Fang House. Okay. So starting my turn, I'm going to archive the top card.
You got shards in there.
I think I'm going to say Logos. And we're going to draw a card. And we're going to draw a card. Jeez. We're doing some nutty stuff here. I am going to play ZYX Researcher. And then we'll archive... I mean, Wild Wormhole's kind of tempting, but I think I just archive the top card of my deck since my archive is so, like, filled with stuff anyway. I'm going to play Pip-Pip. I'll remote access so you don't have anything for me to use. I'm going to Reap with the Director. And then I'm going to Bouncing Deathquark.
Oh, good.
We're going to get the ZYX Researcher and the Fang House. And then I think I'm going to get Pip-Pip and the Rustnar. I've got some artifacts I don't really want you to touch. Alright, I'll drop a chain and draw 2. And it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm definitely in trouble. Okay. I will say Dis. I'll Binding Irons you again. I'll play a Misery Exploit to get 1 and Gobble Reap.
Okay.
Drop a chain, draw a 4. Oh man.
Alright. So my turn, we're gonna archive the top card of the deck.
He's got like 100,000 more cards than me.
We're gonna say Sanctum. And you know what? Yeah, we'll say Sanctum. I'll Blinding Light for Dis. And then I'm gonna play Prince Derek and get 3. And I'll say check with 8, and it's your turn. I will drop a chain and draw 2. And your turn.
Alright. Say Untamed. I'll play Opposed Pixies, and I'll play a Mimicry. I don't know for what, but for something.
Binding Irons.
Binding Irons. No, probably not.
I feel like you need something that does something.
I have to do anything. I guess...
You could remote access. You could Wild Wormhole.
Wild Wormhole. I could also Bouncing Deathquark.
Yeah, BDQ wouldn't be bad.
I think that's the call.
So Bouncing Deathquark.
I'll kill these 2 and then those 2.
Okay. Okay, so my turn. I Forge.
Yeah.
Little did I know I played around Mimicry that turn. Yeah. Okay. All right. I am going to say he can't have Dysania, so I'm not like too worried about like the archives there.
Oh yeah, or you're saying Streak and Yerk should have been stunned because of the Blinding Light.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
So Yerk
yeah,
should be stunned.
yeah, you're correct. You're correct. That was it's my fault. Yeah, that would have been a misplay.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll say Logos. We'll draw the Shard and we'll draw the Library. I am going to play a Sutterkin. I don't actually have a way to protect Sutterkin. I'm going to put Rocket Boots on Sutterkin. I'm going to backup copy Prince Derek. And then I'm going to Lab Work. And I'll archive You could discard cards randomly from my hand because of Dis. I guess I'll just archive this. And it is your turn. I will draw 3 and drop chain.
All right, I'll say Brobnar. I'll play a Bramo.
Okay.
Smash that dumb Sutterkin. I'm gonna 1-2 punch the Yerk.
He's dead.
Play Kulf the Quiet. Play Calphine. That's it. Now that I'm actually getting full hands.
I think I teach Justin the meaning of loyalty.
Does this involve an archive pickup?
Yeah, we'll pick up my archive. And we're gonna say Dis. I will play an Orb of Invidus. I am going to Cull the Weak, which will kill Bramo. I am going to Gongoozle Calphine.
It's getting utterly trashed.
I'm gonna Hysteria.
Yeah, now it's kind of full. It's like more than full.
And then I'm gonna play a Dust Imp and a Bronze Key Imp.
Okay.
And I am going to discard this Unlocked Gateway, and that'll let me drop my last chain.
Okay.
And it is your turn.
I'll say
check with 7.
Brobnar. And play First Blood.
Okay.
Play Bramo. Kill those dudes.
Oh, you had another Bramo?
Yeah.
Oh no! Alright, so
play
I get
Calphine,
to
play Kulf, and then I'll play Blood Money.
I
guess I can play Blood Money first.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
I was thinking that was Smith for some reason.
Yeah. That's fair. It's like that would be like a really easy misplay to make.
Yeah.
Okay, so I Forge. I'm gonna teach you some more loyalty.
Oh, good.
We're gonna say Sanctum, not too much, just enough. I'm gonna play Shard of Hope. I'm gonna play Doorstep to Heaven.
All right. Wow.
That was the card that I almost played.
Yeah.
If you had played Mimicry, it would have been a debacle. I'll play Derek and Baltrum, and I'm gonna discard the Golden Aura. I think it's probably fine to keep it in my hand here, but that's that. All right, I'll draw 6, and it's your turn.
I'll say Untamed. I'll play Glimmer.
You got some decent choices there.
So like I could get Mimicry's probably the pick because I have your entire discard pile.
Yeah.
Like that gives me infinite options. So let's see what we got here. It's not Hysteria. Call the Week's okay. Gongoozle is okay.
Yeah, this deck seems pretty good. I would be very happy with this.
Blinding Light is okay. Bouncing Deathquart kills both your guys.
Like the combination of like disrupting his hand, plus like the filtering that I had. I mean, like he chained me this game, and I'm all the way through my deck. I've had 6 chains this game.
I'll Bouncing Deathquart to
Kill
trade guys. Yeah. And with the Mimicry, discard Tantalon, and then I'm gonna Soldiers to Flowers.
Okay, that'll get you a bunch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. That's actually could be bad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Could be bad.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, so my turn. We're gonna say Sanctum again. I'm gonna play Golgotha, Prince Derek, Chael the Safeguard, Prince Derek. There are 3 of him in this deck.
That's silly.
And then I'm gonna Blinding Light and stun Brobnar.
Okay.
And then we're gonna Shard of Hope, and we're gonna capture 2, I think, on this Golgotha.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn. I'll tell you to go ahead. I will draw 5. Don't quite have check.
I'll say dis. I'm gonna forge my key.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say dis. Play a Hecatomb, discard Misery Exploit, and play Unlock Gateway.
Okay. I wish there was an Exhume in this deck, because the triple Prince Derek would just be insane. Okay. Alright, draw 5. 3, 4, and 5. I am... I'm going to say Dis, and I am going to play a Dust Imp. Yeah, screw it. We'll go for it. I'll play a Dust Imp, and then 3 Fates. Blow up the Dust Imp.
Okay.
I'll play a Bronze Key Imp. He's just too late. I'll play a Yerk, and I'm going to discard Rocket Boots. And I'll say check with 8, and it's your turn. I will draw.
I'll play Brobnar. I'm going to burn the stockpile.
Yeah.
Play Drummernaught, play Mugwump. I guess I forge my second. That's it. I get out.
Okay. I think we just have to forge here, right? Or threaten here. I think the number of options that he would have are pretty low. The only way I can threaten is with Dis, though. So I'm going to Reap with these two guys, and they're going to get stunned because of the Orb of Invidus, but I'm going to Hysteria them back, and then I'll replay them. Actually, I'll play Bronze Key Imp, Tesmal, Yerk, and then Yerk is going to pitch a... he's actually going to pitch a Pip-Ip. Yeah, he'll pitch a Pip-Ip, and it'll be your turn. I'll say check with 6, and I'll draw 3.
It's a Lord Farquaad. Okay, I'm going to say Dis. I will Hysteria. I'll play Hecatomb. I'll play Pandemonium. Play a Gold Key Imp. And I'll play an old Yerk. Discard some things. That's it.
Okay. I'm going to say Dis. I am going to Cull the Weak to kill a Gold Key. I'm going to play a Bronze Imp, a Tesmal, a Yerk. Yerk is pitching what? I think his Yerk is actually going to pitch...
creatures then Pandemonium. I guess I could have done that.
If he Hecatombed, he would have given me...
Well, no, I could have played them then Pandemonium.
Oh, yeah. Well, Yerk, yes.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, like, if you wanted to filter your hand, you could have played Yerk then Pandemoniumed.
I could have played both and Pandemoniumed.
Gotcha.
To capture one each. Yeah.
What am I discarding to Yerk? I'm gonna discard this backup copy, and we'll tell you to go ahead. I'll say check with 7.
Yeah, I didn't find the answer. So even if I had done that, yeah, you're right.
You ended up generating a lot of amber.
Yeah,
I think there's probably some variation of plays that could have changed the way the game shook out.
Like, I was just so hamstrung for the first 5 turns.
You had you had a lot of blanked turns.
Yeah, it was not great. Okay, so I'm gonna switch decks.
Okay,
because otherwise I might not even get to play this deck.
That might be a fair point to swap decks. Is that way? Even if you go 0-2, you still get experience. You get some reps in with the deck, just so that way in your later games you have like a better feel for it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm wondering if the right thing. Hey there, MTG Powell. I'm wondering if the right call is to always just swap.
I want to say yes. My gut feeling is yes.
That way, if you win that game and you go into game 3,
because if you lose, and I don't know what information you're gathering that makes you want to play your deck again.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know what they're going to play next. You know what houses it is, I guess, but Brobner earlier would have been a big difference for Justin's deck. Yeah, that's true.
Yes,
it is very true.
I mean, my deck does have 2 blinding lights, which pretty good at keeping the Brobnar Bay. And I had a lot of removal.
Yeah, you did. I wonder if it would have been a better idea to...
if you had both Bramos, you would have like done some nasty stuff.
I wonder if it was going to be better to kill the Tesmal there instead of the streak. The streak instead of the Tesmal. But I was real worried about just getting locked out.
Yeah.
And I might have gotten locked out had I not killed that Tesmal. So.
Especially with like the Director, I could very easily end up like you you don't see anything. If I just say Brobnar with Tesmal, I'm not worried. I'm not too worried about Untamed killing him.
Yeah. It takes me turns and turns to do that.
You gotta like set up some stuff unless you hit like they're everywhere.
I do still think this is the better deck.
And the reason I kept my starting hand is because I had 3 evasive creatures and the 2 houses that weren't Prince Derek. So I was thinking these guys are harder to kill. So there's a good chance. So there's a good chance that the Prince Dereks, when they show up, I'll still have some guys on the table. Four. 7. All right, what am I rocking with in this?
The old 2/2/2. All right.
I got a feeling I'm gonna mulligan if my hand is too heavy on Untamed. I really want to get to that Dis.
That's too bad Subzard's going to remain forever packaged.
I think that is a mulligan.
I want to play this deck so bad.
It looks sweet.
It looks so fun.
What else was in it?
I mean...
It's like bonkers, right?
It's pretty bonkers looking.
Pile of Skulls, Lava Ball.
Yeah.
It's got a fair game. 2 interdimensional graphs. Huh. Yeah, the Brobnar actually looks pretty silly.
It does.
I'm a big fan of any Brobnar that's got pile of skulls in it.
Yeah, it lets you just put them off turns and turns and turns.
Yeah. It like forces your opponent into those bizarre situations where like pitching the creatures is correct. Okay. I'm gonna start with Logos, and I'm gonna play an Igor. Huh.
Why aren't you playing the deck you want to play? So we're trying out Sealed Triad, and the way it works is you each open 3 decks. You look at your opponent's deck's houses, and then each of you simultaneously chooses one to bench. You then have to win with your remaining 2 decks to win the round.
Okay. I am discarding Pain Reaction and Marmo Swarm. Oh wow, this deck actually has some combo potential in it. Okay, good.
Okay. Say Mars, I'll play Ixal, Fix Finger, and Shockworm.
Okay, I am going to say Logos. I'm going to play Cutthroat Research.
Okay.
I'm going to Lab Work. We're going to archive something. I think I archived this.
With future sets, do you ever see Bait and Switch or Library Access going back to before the errata?
No,
I don't think so.
I think it's still errata. The card itself is errata in all instances.
I don't think they'll undo an errata unless there's a big reason to, and with those 2 cards, probably not.
Yeah.
And if especially if they don't plan on replaying them again, there's no point to make their past decks better in that way.
I'll reap with Igor.
Okay.
And draw 3.
I'll say Brobnar. I'll play War Chest, play Gauntlet of Command, play Ganger Chieftain, kill Igor. Well, that's it.
Alright, we're going to say Dis. And I'm going to give you 6 Fates.
6 Fates. That's a lot of Fates. How's the games? They're interesting so far.
Play Lash, play Anguish, and tell you to go ahead. I will draw.
Okay. I'll say Logos. I'm going to play Sutterkin, ZYX, and Sutterkin.
Uh-oh.
Can you kill 2 Sutterkins?
Yikes. Yeah, yikes.
The Shroom Man. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Also, just so you guys know, there's a...
Oh, yeah, I got the gavel on.
Yeah, the gavel's pretty
Gavel.
sweet, too. There's a 15% off sale on the Design by Humans right now. Use code LABOR15 at checkout.
Hashtag sellouts. Alright, so I'm going to put my archives into my hand, and I am going to say Untamed. I'm going to They're Everywhere to get one of them. I'm going to Earthbind the other one. It's going to cost you.
Alright.
I'm going to play a Nox and a Darna. And I'm going to tell you to go ahead. I'll say check with 7 and draw 3.
Okay, I'll say Mars. Play a Collector Worm. I'm going to Mars first into the Anguish. Collect that. Play a Flotsam Spike. And that's it. You have too many Amber Pips in that deck. It's hard to, it's tough to deal with. Hashtag sellout.
We had to sponsor ourselves. Hashtag had to sponsor ourselves because the cowards wouldn't sponsor us. I am going to say Logos. I'm going to play another Cutthroat Research. I'm going to play a Jargogel, who is going to put something under him. And then we're going to Bouncing Death Quark.
Why do you get the best decks? You got you got 3 good decks.
Jargogel is going to blow up the Director ZYX. And then I'm going to play this Yerk and discard a card. I'm going to discard Tintadlin. And then we're going to blow up Darna to get the Collector Worm. And then I think Nox to get the Sutterkin.
This is BDQ in both of the decks.
And your turn.
BS. Okay. I guess I will say... I'll say Logos. I'll standardize testing and then play a Titan Librarian. That's it.
Okay. I am going to say Dis. I'm going to play a Tolus. And then I'm going to Call the Weak, the Titan Librarian. I'll get 2 from that. We're going to play a Life Ward.
You've told us in 2-3 fates.
The beatings hasn't finished. I'm going to Binding Irons you. Yes, Tolus and 2-3 fates. Just... yeah.
Oh my god.
Alright, draw. Well, I'm ready for Nationals, guys.
Okay.
I don't know about you.
I'll say Mars. Play a Collector Worm and a Sky Booster. All you gotta do is get those exact 3 decks.
Okay. I am going to... I'm going to say Untamed here.
Chief Lash and Life Ward.
Yeah.
What? What?
Yeah.
It turns out that was the deck to ban.
We're going to say Untamed. I'm going to play... yeah, whatever, right? I'm going to play Grovekeeper. I'm going to play Amberspine Mongrel. And then I'm going to play Gravid Cycle, and I get to return a card from my discard pile to my hand. I don't think I actually want to pop a Life Ward there. I'm going to pull back Bouncing Death Quark. And then I will say check with 6 and draw 2.
Okay. I'll say Brobner.
Oh, and these guys get counters.
Play
the combos in this deck. Is it too late to bet on Nathan? Oh, I forgot to do the...
I'll Tremor there.
Okay. Forgot to do the bets.
I'll Ganger Chieftain the Collector Worm into... No, he kills.
Yeah.
I'll Coward's End.
Okay. I don't want to deal with these cowards.
Play that. Ready to reap with it. That's it. Keyforge.
Okay. I think I'm gonna say logos here.
Is it too late to cancel our plane tickets? That's the real question.
I'm gonna play Igor. Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna discard the third Igor and the Grovekeeper.
3 Igors?
Yeah, and a Soldiers to Flowers. So you're just like throwing the Untamed dudes in the discard pile. I'm gonna play Archimedes, Titan Librarian. I'm gonna Cutthroat Research, and then I'll just BDQ the Igor into the Ganger Chieftain. He'll go to the discard pot, or he'll go.
Are we gonna have to add another pod to round 2 with the best decks from these?
I don't know what the.
I kind of feel like we should.
I don't know what the SAS on this deck is.
Probably check that because it seems insane.
And then I'll pop Life Ward.
Oh.
And I'll
great.
tell you to go ahead.
Outstanding.
I'll draw, and actually I messed up there. I drew all the way through my discard pile.
Storm, you guys play on Mankirk. I'm telling you. It's fine. It's like a 45-minute queue.
I think all the side events are sold out. We'll try playing in some of the side events.
The major ones are sold out. We could probably play in some small
All of
ones.
mine were 80 plus SAS. That's just the goal, right?
That's so
just
dumb.
Just open all 80 plus
That's so
SAS, right?
stupid.
It's that easy. I did it on stream.
No problem.
I did it on stream. No problem. Just do that.
Say Logos and play 2 Cutthroat Researches, and I'll discard these. This Archimedes and Project ZYX.
Oh God.
I guess. That's it there.
Okay. I will draw. Okay, I'm at 6 now. I am gonna say Logos. I'm gonna put my archives into my hand. I am gonna play an Igor.
Crab Mermaid Pet. Sweet.
I guess I'll discard 3 Fates, and they're everywhere. I'll
Also
play
convince Nathan to play.
Cutthroat Research. And then I'll play ZYX Researcher, who I think... Do I archive?
What the...
Oh, I could have.
This deck?
I could have done this better. I could have like.
You reshuffle.
I could have played Igor. Yeah, oh yeah, man.
Good lord.
Play Igor. I'll play Igor, discard these, then play the ZYX Researcher to archive the 3 Fates, and then play the Cutthroat Research. That's a lot better. I like that. And then these 2 guys, those little guys right there, are just gonna reap. And then I'm gonna tell you to go ahead. I will draw 2, or just draw 1. And then I'm going to archive a card with the Titan Librarian. So we'll throw that down there.
All right. Okay. I'll say Brobnar. I'll stun something, and then I'll Coward's End.
Okay.
Bang.
Okay, so all of these go to the... All those guys go to the archives then?
Yeah. Whatever. I'll say check with 6.
Alright. I'm going to put my archives into my hand. And I will say this.
This is like the Archimedes 2 Shark Igor deck in Day 2 of Poland, yeah. Except it's in sealed triads. It's like...
I'll play 3 Fates. I'll play a Spider, and then I'll Pandemonium.
This deck is ridiculous.
And then I'll Flash for good measure. Say check with 6. It's your turn.
You cheated. You went to eBay. You inserted that deck into the box, into the sealed box that I bought.
I planted ideas all week in your head about which decks to give me.
Out of here.
Oh man, I hope you guys are ready for 30 minutes from now when the tables are reversed and I'm the one swearing.
I don't know, man. Well, I guess we're moving on to our next match.
Woo! That's some champion level national sealed play right here.
These still deserve to have sleeves. I will be throwing them in the garbage can.
Man.
I've never been more tilted playing Keyforge on stream than I am right now.
Woo!
Oh my gosh.
Champion level nationals play right there. Okay.
These are stupid Keyforge decks.
Alright.
I guess I have to do this again.
The Amber Pips in those decks are insane. It's definitely, that is not going to happen to me. I'm gonna I'm like open the 4 Misery Exploit disc side where I'm just kind of like, ugh.
That one disc side where I had Hecatomb, had 3 disc creatures.
Yeah, clearly. It was,
Yeah, it was really outplayed. 2BH. 2BH with you. Definitely outplayed. Okay.
Cultist Wash.
This is Dust Trash Copes' Scammer. He's a scammer.
Trash Copes.
Trash Copes' Scammer. Cops', yeah.
I've got Cultist Walsh here.
We are practicing by striking based on houses. That's correct. Yes.
Yes. Correct. What we did was, and you'll see it. We're on to our next our next round. One of us actually left the room so the other could talk about the decks, and then like see if our decisions changed. Oh my god, error.
The graduate that protects doctrines.
I didn't even know this card was in this set.
What? Yeah, no, I definitely had the best deck overall. That's smart. You guys are such pros this Keyforge. Well, we play it a lot. I don't know if we're pros yet.
Yeah.
We have to win nationals first before we can call ourselves pros. Well, I got 2 Shadows decks, so like that makes it harder for you to decide, I think.
Oh. Yeah, he that discreetly jokes of experience. If you know what I mean.
We're not pros. We have played a lot.
We play like a lot of Keyforge. I think that's overtly. I got a feeling I'm going to end up playing these decks right here. I got this Brobnar Sanctum Shadows deck.
Okay, so that's like Untamed Mars.
Yeah, Untamed Mars logos.
Brobnar Dis.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I think it's unlikely that I get to play this deck. I think nobody's going to take the chance on...
Pros at streaming Keyforge, that's right. That's correct. With shirts like these, you too could be a pro at streaming Keyforge. Okay, so I'll leave the room first. You can make your decision. That's fine.
Alright, so these decks... Don't tell Justin. But I don't think these decks are nearly as good as the ones I had just now. Now, this Logos and Cultist Wash does have 3 Binate Ruptures and an Interdimensional Graft. So I feel like it's kind of like a combo deck. If I get that off, I'm probably in good shape. And let's see if that pulls up. That's the name right there, Cultist Walsh. It's got 2 wild wormholes, so I could easily wild wormhole into a Binate Rupture, and that's a non-bow. That would just sit on top of my deck. But it does have an Entropic Swirl. I don't have a ton of creatures. Can you Entropic Swirl your own dude? Because I do have a Jargogle, so I could shoot my own Jargogle, and that would be pretty good. Untamed has got 2 Song of Springs. It's got a Common Cold, which isn't bad, but I don't actually have the Save the Pack to combo. Choose a creature. So yes, you can shoot your own Jargogle. So maybe you can combo Jargogle Entropic Swirl and blow it up, because I think it's like a Cyborg mutant. Mars in this deck is bad. It's got a Hypno Beam, but we're talking Gromids and Martian Hounds. So just generally pretty bad cards. The Untamed is less than exciting. It's got a Nepenthe. It's got a Grasping Vines, which isn't bad. Like, I like having some sort of artifact disruption. One Gromid, not Gromids plural. But none of, like, Hypno Beam is like the Mars action you want. It's got a Combat Pheromones, which is good. I like Combat Pheromones a lot. And a Collector Worm, but really disappointing Mars all the way around. Be Monjane, the Pub Soothsayer. We got some Grunt Buggies. We got some Bramos, so that's a non-bow. Bramos too small for Grunt Buggy. But it's got to Burn the Stockpile, which I'm all about. It's got a Drummerknot, a Calfine, and a Lollop, and a Relentless Assault, and a Smith. So the Brobnar is actually pretty good. Grunt Buggy singular. This name's a mouthful too. B. Monjane. How many of these could there be? And then Untamed has got 2 Kindrith Longshots, which is the card I didn't realize was reprinted in this set. I have like an affinity for that card. Even though it's not like the best card, but it is pretty good with like Relentless Assault because it's got Skirmish. It's got a There Everywhere. It's got some Songs of Spring, but I don't even know if I'd shuffle anybody in with it. I got a Choto Hazari, but and a Full Moon. Yeah, I don't know. I could see like the 1 in 10 games where you have like a bunch of Untamed dudes in your discard pile, a handful of cards left in your deck, and like you've got your Full Moon and you know it's in there, and you like Song of Spring all those dudes back so that you draw your like last 6 cards of the deck, and it's like 5 Untamed dudes and a Full Moon. That might be decent, but the disc does not look particularly great. It does have a Charette and an Exhume. I like Exhume. Binding Irons is solid. A Gongoozle is good. Life Ward is a fan favorite. Red Hot Armor is bad, but I guess it does melt some Martians. And then finally, the deck that I won't get to play is He That Discreetly Jokes of Experience. And honestly, it's not like a good Shadow side, and it's not a particularly good Sanctum side. Yeah, come on in. It's just, I just won't ever get to play it because the house combination is probably too scary.
Don't look.
So.
Don't
Okay.
look. Don't look. Don't look. Don't listen.
All right, and then I will be back in 5 minutes.
All right. So let me link these decks here. Everyone don't type anything about Nathan's decks.
No.
Dust, Trash, Copses, Scammer. I guess I need to not look at the scores for these two. And then deck the Graduate that protects Doctrines. They're all plus 100. Oh my gosh. Am I breaking the bot by typing 2 decks at once? Alright, I'm just going to look at Dust real quick. Just looking at the deck list. Okay. I already see Charette and Exhume. That's great. A Shruler, a Streak, Tesmal, Yerk, Bloodshard Imp, Gongoozle, Spider, Orb Invictus, Shard of Pain, and Shard of Hate, and Shard of Hope. So this is a 3-shard deck. Dust is 3 shards. Your scores aren't going to matter for you. You have to play and win, but yeah, that's absolutely true. So this is 3 shards with Dis, Sanctum, Mars. That seems pretty good. The Dis is pretty strong with the Charettes, Exhume, Schuler. It's got that going for it. Mars has 2 Mars First, 2 Collector Worms, 2 Carpet Flotsams, and Mars needs Amber. It has a Legacy Yixel Marauder. That's kind of cool. And Mother Gun. So Legacy Yixel Marauder is like sneaky Amber control, because they won't really expect that. The Sanctum with 3 Cermeros, Prince Derek, Rothias, Grey Rider, Abade, Lion. So I'm like pretty good with this deck. I think I will be playing this deck every single round too, because my other 2 decks are Shadows. So pretty happy about that. I would be satisfied with this Mars Sanctum Disc side. Okay, let's look at the Graduate that protects Doctrines. Brobnar Shadows Sanctum. 2 Ganger Chieftains, 2 Gauntlet Command. That seems really good. With a Lollop, Blood Money, 2 Tremors. I'm fine with 2 Tremors. Flamethrower, Flame Wake Shaman, War Chest, Lava Ball. That seems solid for board control as far as the Brobnar goes. Sanctum has a Maruk, has a Gatekeeper, has Hadros Wall. That's really good. It's got Proclamation. It's got 2 Harder They Come. Man, I love Proclamation so much. So much. It's one of my favorite cards. Healing Blast. Also really good with Hadros Wall. And the Gauntlet Commands, like all the Brobnar stuff. Especially with like Lollop. Okay. And then the Shadows. 2 Knuckles, Bad Penny, 2 Lamindras. That's meh as far as creature spread goes. It's like 5 creatures that are kind of whatever. It does have a life for the life. And a Brend, so that's pretty good. 2 Sucker Punches is okay. Too much to protect, obviously good. Although, the only way you could too much to protect and then steal would be to play Brend, too much to protect, then life for life him, which is pretty good as far as plays goes. Although too much to protect with Proclamation on the board is very good. So I also think that deck is a contender. Alright, let's look at Hedberg. So Mars, Dis, Shadows. Dis has 2 Shulers. Pops out at me real quick. Dust Imp, Silver Key Imp, Key to Dis, Orb Invictus, 2 Yerks, Tesmal. Okay, that's like a decent Dis side. Yeah, I figured it out. Mars, 2 Mars First, Sky Booster, Mars needs Amber, Proliferator, Mind Whipper, Shockworm, Sumeru's captured a bunch. You could life for life him, then too much protect. Deck name is the Graduate that Protects Doctrines. Let me see if I can type it in. And then Martian Generosity, which is pretty good. It does not have anything great to go with it, but there's plays with that. And then the Shadows, it does have TMTP.
Alright, come back.
Alright, it's fine. Come on back.
Come on back.
Come on back. That's interesting.
The tables are about to be reversed.
You might be right. You might be right.
Oh. I think Brobnar Shadow's Sanctum is what I would ban.
This guy?
In the blind.
Okay.
I don't see the synergies as much between like Sanctum Mars, but Sanctum Brobnar, you just fight for the board so well, and then Shadows can control. Though I think this deck is actually a little bit more likely to be bad for me as well. My decks were not good. Also, not good at fighting for the board. So, I'm just gonna... I have to ban this one because I think if you take over the board in any of these games, you're probably gonna win. So,
Brobnar Shadow's Sanctum is likely the scariest blind combo to play IMO. You're probably right about that.
I think I would also be terrified of Brobnar Dis Shadows.
Yeah, yeah.
I think there's like a lot of possibilities for synergy there that could be bad. And like I was telling Justin, that between Unlocked Gateways and Coward's End, I think Brobnar Dis will probably have the most possible board wipes.
You ban the Graduate?
Yeah.
So I'll ban that guy, obviously. Okay. Obviously that Sanctum Shadows Brobnar deck is going to be banned.
Yeah, so it really depends on how many misery exploits and not finished with use that are opened, right? Because if the deck has like 3+ of misery exploit and not finished with use, those are cards that do not directly affect the game. Misery exploit isn't even like good in Dis. Like, you have to like be doing board damage with one of your other houses. It's best if you have Shadows, because of Throwing Stars and Whistling Darts. And then Untamed, I think, is the second best because they're everywhere is common.
Yep.
So like I think you need like you to fully take advantage of Misery Exploit, you have to have those other like houses to support them. So
yeah, so I think I was looking at these, I would be happy with this spread as well.
I would I'd be prepared for a long day.
Yeah, I mean a long day in this tournament where you're losing over and over again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop and go play Classic WoW on my laptop, tethered to my phone or something.
Enable click to move.
Yeah.
2 of what?
You can't tell me.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was the one. That was the one card that I got multiples of. 2 is interesting. Yes. Right, because typically 1 just kind of died, but 2, I think 2 gets to do a lot of work.
I got you, Bill.
Those creatures deal with a lot of the problematic creatures in this set, so this deck actually has a decent amount of spot removal. I'm not disappointed with that.
That's definitely not a bad thing.
I think spot removal is like super important in this.
Yeah.
So I do have. Don't look at the screen, Justin. I do have this, which I think is pretty hilarious. And you got like dudes to use it on. I think this is my best deck of these two. But the Untamed is a real bummer.
Real Bummersville.
I only like that card because of the first card that I showed. Yeah. Yeah, it is not that card. That is entirely true.
I wonder if they're just gonna hand us packs of cards, or if we're gonna do the thing with Gen Con where we opened and then gave back.
I mean, that's a lot of trust.
That was pretty miserable.
Like, I would hope that it would be prepared ahead of time.
I think
because
so.
I sure as shit don't trust people.
No.
Like, I want to,
I think
especially in a game like Keyforge, where I think the stakes are pretty low overall. You know, it's not like Magic. It's not super competitive. Our decks aren't worth $1,200 in a sealed environment and whatnot. So we don't have like individual cards that are $200 or more. So like, I would love to trust people in that environment. I don't know. Yeah, that's true. Is it only 80?
So this deck was a 69 apparently, SAS, the one you banned, and it seems like it plays it higher than that.
Okay, it's a what? It said
69.
Wow,
Yeah,
nice. But yeah, I would hope it's like, I don't want it to be a flop because I think it's a cool format. I mean, one of my biggest complaints is the lack of time to prepare for it. 6 weeks notice, effectively. I mean, if I were literally anyone else, I don't think I could go to this.
I am surprised it filled up during holiday break too. Yeah, and on East Coast for Nationals.
Yeah, it's the same weekend as like Dragon Con. I mean,
that too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was not a great turnout. I'm gonna start with this deck, and then we'll go into the bad deck. Yeah, so I've never actually been to a Dragon Con, because I worked in a comic book store forever, and you would think, oh yeah, you probably go to Dragon Con, right? No. So what happened is that I would go to Gen Con, and then a month later, Dragon Con happens, and so I'd already taken the week off for Gen Con, and everybody else in the store is like, we want to go to Dragon Con. And so I just have to work the whole long weekend. I think the most hours I'd ever put into the store was a Dragon Con weekend. I think I worked like open to close
every day.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
I don't know which one of these decks is better. They're very similar. I think I lead with Dust.
Dust. It's Trash Cops' scanner.
Scammer.
Scammer?
Yeah.
If it was Scanner, that's like the most cyberpunk name I've ever heard of.
Dust.
Scammer is still probably a cyberpunk name. Yeah, it's just one big costume party, right? I've got several friends who go, and Justin's been several times, right?
Yeah, I don't like it.
It doesn't.
It's not really a gaming.
Right. For me, vacationing, like I actually want to be playing board games.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't want to be drunk wearing a bathrobe in downtown Atlanta. Which probably, I mean, that's definitely other people's types of fun, and I don't want to like get down on that, but.
There is a nice board game room. I just never. Whenever I went, I never had anyone to play board games with. I guess every time I went, I was going with cosplay friends, and
and they're just gonna cosplay the whole time.
It was miserable.
Yeah. Now, if I had like, I don't know, if there was like a character that I could cosplay, if stupid Hugh Jackman hadn't ruined Wolverine with his perfect physique, if it was like Wolverine from the 90s where he's literally 5'4",
Yeah.
like I could probably pull that off. A little pudgy, a little stocky, like yeah, but stupid, beautiful Hugh Jackman had to come along and ruin Wolverine forever.
The serial killer from Too Many Cooks. What is that?
Yeah.
Is that an Adult
Too Many
Swim
Cooks?
show?
Oh god, Too Many Cooks. We're now a Too Many Cook stream.
Yes, we are both short. Thank you for pointing that out, Player Herp.
Yeah, but Justin's just much more ruggedly handsome than I am, naturally.
It's the glasses. We've been to some Keyforge events together. Just don't know people's Twitch Discord names URL. Yeah, when I went, it was just like hot, and all we were doing was walking back and forth from hotel to the con. It was awful. Just terrible.
Whereas at Gen Con, we sit down and we play board games.
We stay in one place forever. An 8.
6.
Alright, so I'm first. Yeah, that Voltor in Atlanta, oh my god, with that sun.
Jesus. I have never played... I have played in some sweaty places. I don't mind telling you.
I'll tell you right now, that was the sweatiest. I think I mulligan this.
I think this is like a solidly mediocre hand. I can play 4 cards in the first turn. I'm super happy about one of those cards.
Oh yeah, that glare on the screen when it was like game. I want to say like 2 or 3 rounds into the finals where it was just the sun was just on the table and you couldn't see anything.
Yeah, it was the room itself was an architectural anomaly.
Yeah,
because the sun would shine on you every 45 minutes.
Right.
For like 15 minutes. So every hour for like 25% of the time. And you're like, the sun should be moving across the sky. I shouldn't expect it to keep shining on me in the same spot every time. But no, it's like, I don't even know how it worked. But it was just like, well, getting baked.
The Lord of Darkness. Alright, let's see. Okay. Alright, go ahead. Oh wait, I'm first.
You're first.
I will play Shard of Pain. Oh yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll say Dis.
Yeah, that Wi-Fi struggle was terrible.
I will Cull the Weak. I'll play an Amber Imp. I'll play a Charette, and I'll Binding Irons you.
Okay.
And your turn. I will draw 4.
I will say Mars. I'm gonna Carpet Flux him. Kill those dudes. Play Shard of Hate.
Oh no.
Play Proliferator. Play an Agent Human. I'm gonna Mars first. To Ready and Reap with Proliferator. And put the Carpet Flotsam in the archive. And that's it.
Okay. I'm gonna say Brobnar. I'm gonna discard Burn the Stockpile. I'm not crazy about discarding it there. But I gotta get some stuff going. I'm gonna play a Bramo and then a Bramo. I'm gonna stomp all over those dudes.
They're pretty dead.
And it is your turn. I'll draw and draw.
Okay. I guess I will say... I'll say Dis.
Richmond? Yeah, we're probably gonna go up to Richmond's, what, October? Is it on a Saturday? Please tell me it's a Saturday.
I think it is. It's Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
So we could possibly like drive up Friday and then come back Sunday.
Yeah, sounds good. It's because probably what? Richmond's what?
It's like 5.5 hours.
5.5? Okay, yeah. I was gonna say about 6.
It's doable.
Yeah. I could probably, I don't know about you, but I could probably take off work early on a Friday.
Yeah. We could kind of beat traffic a little bit. So yeah, we'll try to do that. I will say... I'll say Dis, yeah. I will banish a Bramo, which I'm not, like, thrilled
I
about.
wouldn't be crazy about that, but it's not irrelevant, I guess.
Did I draw too many cards? I did draw too many cards.
Yeah, you did. Oh, man.
Rewind all that. What do I have in my hand? I had this in my hand. I drew 5.
Yeah. The actual... if we were playing competitive rules, I look at your hand and pick one and discard.
Yeah,
I think it's like an insane penalty.
It is crazy.
It's like you get so much knowledge.
Well, You should organize a TTR dinner at, yeah, we could definitely do that in Richmond.
Yeah, we thought we were going to do that at Gen Con because we thought more people would show up, but not a big deal.
Faux show. Multiplayer Keyforge. I would like them to come out with an official multiplayer rules.
Well, yeah, they were talking about that at one of the Vault tours.
Yeah. Okay. So I do have the banish. Did I already get the amber for that?
You Floxumed?
Yep. Floxum, Reaped, Mars first. I think that's the amber for banish. And I'll play a streak who's gonna die to a Bramo, but it's whatever. And then I'll exhume the proliferator. I guess I'll put a damage on Bramo with the Shard of Pain.
Okay.
That's it.
So I was strongly considering Untamed for this turn, but I think Streak Proliferator changes the alchemy. I have to like get these guys off the table or lose to them. My Untamed does not do that. So I'm gonna put my archives in my hand. I will say Brobnar. I'll play Bramo, and then this Bramo is gonna kill that Proliferator, and then I'll play a Wallop. I don't hate that turn. I only get to play one card, but I would have loved that turn if I got to play that card. Still a chance.
Okay. I will say Mars. Pick up the archive. Play this Floxum. Just kill the Bramo. Play this Legacy Ixal Marauder. Play a Mother Gun. And I'll Shard of Hate to stun your two guys.
Yeah. Shard of Hate is going to be hard to play around, I think.
Let's say check with 6.
Okay, we can't stop 6. I think I'm gonna say Untamed here. I'm gonna Persistence Hunting for Mars. I'm gonna play a Grove Keeper, and then I'm gonna play a Dusk Witch. And I don't think she's gonna be around, but she'll be there. And it is your turn. I will draw 3.
Okay, I'll say Dis. I'm gonna Shard that Dusk Witch.
Yep.
I guess I Forge. I'm gonna Gongoozle the Grove Keeper, and I'll play a Yerk, and I'll discard. I guess I'll discard this Equalize. And that's it.
Okay, I feel the game slip sliding away here. I'm gonna play a Life Ward. I'm gonna play a Pandemonium, which will buff your Marauder. And then I'm gonna play a Yerk, and I'm gonna discard the Kindreth Longshot.
Yeah, it's 1 damage for each shard, 1 friendly shard.
And it's your turn.
Okay.
I will draw.
I will say Sanctum. I'll play Cermeros. Play Shard of Hope.
Oh god, 3 shards.
Play Rathias the Fierce.
Also,
Play Lion Bartram.
oh no, his board.
Play Prince Derek.
Oh my god.
And I'm done.
Oh god.
And you're done.
Is this what this felt like?
Yes, it is.
Is this what this felt like? I guess we'll say Brobnar. I'm gonna play a Flamethrower. I am gonna play a Calphine. I'll play the Smith. I drew the Smith right after I had said that Brobnar turn where I killed your guys. Okay, we're gonna unstun these guys for them to get stunned. I'm gonna pitch this into the fray because I think it's very unlikely that I'll actually get to use it. And I think I have to pop Life Ward here because if you put any more people on the table, I'm probably just done. So I'm gonna pop Life Ward there. And I'll tell you to go ahead and we'll draw 4.
Okay. I will say Mars. I'll stun your dudes. Those dudes.
You get 3.
I guess. Oh, I do get 3. Sure. I will play a Mars Needs Amber. Put your amber on those two guys.
Oh god. Can't get them killed fast enough.
I'm gonna discard Collector Worm, and then Marauder will. I guess I could have Mother Gun for one on the Collector Worm, put another one on your.
Okay. Yeah.
And then Marauder will crash into the Bramo.
Okay.
So you get that back, I get that. I'll say check with 6.
I guess we say Untamed here. I can't stop you. I'm gonna play there everywhere and do damage to all your guys. I'll play a Kindreth Longshot. I'll play a Song of Spring. I'm not actually thrilled about shuffling in any of my guys. Had a Kindreth, had a Dusk Witch, had a Grove Keeper. I would love for this Dusk Witch to matter, but you have like so many ways to kill her on the board. You have like 3 different artifacts that kill her.
That card's in the set?
Yes, I have 2 of them in this deck.
What?
Yeah, I discarded one earlier.
I don't think we have any.
Yeah.
And
We have like 6 Rock Hurling Giants, but 0 Kindred Longshots.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, yeah, your turn. I'll draw 3.
Okay.
Ugh. God, the will to play this game is leaving my body.
I'll forge. Yeah, now you know how it feels. I'll say Sanctum.
Yeah, Shard of Hate's stupid.
Think I Reap with Prince Derek.
Like, Shard of Pain and Shard of Hate are 2 different power levels.
Ready and fight the Yerk.
Okay.
So he's going to take 2. No, he takes 3. Yeah, Lion keeping him alive.
Yeah, EMP Blast is not in the set.
Play
I think I actually have a Grasping Vines.
Play
Oh, no.
Shale.
No. I was playing as if I had Grasping Vines, but I don't have one.
Play Surmeros.
Oh, Jesus.
Play Abade.
Oh, God. I'm going to end this game with no Amber.
Reap 3 times.
Yeah, sweet.
I'll use the Shard of Hope.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay. Alright, there we go. We're gonna do this. We're gonna say this. I'm gonna put Lash of Broken Dreams. We're gonna Gongoozle. Grey Rider. We're gonna banish. Banishing Abade. And that's it. That's all I got. I'll draw 3. Can't wipe the board. Oh, I needed this card so much earlier.
Pretty sure I just call Sanctum again. Plays Abade. And I'm just gonna reap.
Yeah.
6 times.
Yeah, sounds good.
Just gonna reap 6 times.
Alright. My turn?
Yep.
I'm going to say Brobnar. And I'm gonna unstun these guys.
Alright.
And I am going to into the fray.
Okay.
We're gonna get Calphine.
Okay.
Calphine may not be the right call, might be Lollop. I think I only get like 2 fights with Calphine. Lollop, fights. I guess I get more damage with Calphine, so I'll get into the fray on Calphine. And then we're gonna Relentless Assault.
Okay.
And Lollop is gonna get ready. He's gonna crush Trail. And the Kindreth Longshot is going to fight the Yerk. And then Calphine is going to get ready and is going to fight Surmeros. He's still alive. He's got 3 on him.
Oh yeah.
Derek takes 2, so it takes 1. And he takes 1. And then I will... and she readies because of Into the Fray. She takes 4. And then I'm going to Flamethrower Surmeros, and that'll kill Derek.
And 1 to Abade.
Yeah. Who gets bigger because of the Valtrum. And then Calphine's going to crash into Baltram.
Okay. Into Abate or Beltram?
Sorry,
okay.
Abate. Can't go into him. Calphine will die. And I lose.
Okay. All right.
I needed... Oh, God.
Grunt Buggy
would have actually been bad.
Yeah.
Because you had so much more stuff than me. But Drummerknot and Relentless Assault I kind of needed, because... I just needed Relentless Assault, I think, to get out from underneath the stupid Shard of Hate. I just wasn't going to get to use any of my stuff. Alright, we are going to swap decks. We're going to hot swap to Cultist Walsh there.
Hedberg.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun Stormstorm.
How could you not enjoy this game, Nathan? It's just such a chill game to play with your friends, and there's no reason to get upset. I gotta look at this deck.
All right, so here's the thing. Don't open decks like I did.
Don't open bad decks. That's the key. That's what we've learned tonight.
That you're gonna want to open good decks. You're gonna want to not open the bad decks. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably happened to plenty of people in Keyforge, right? It's like,
I think that's why it takes so long. It's why I feel like the game has kind of like slowly caught on. I think you have people who like really commit to the game.
I think it may have been 30 minutes.
I'm very prophetic.
You do kind of have to give it a chance. If it doesn't click the first time, I could see someone having a very bad first experience with Keyforge. Because I don't understand when people say, I just don't care for the game. Because I think the game is genius on a lot of levels.
Yeah.
Obviously, we think that, but
right.
I don't know. I think our opinion on card games
when I
matters.
was told the premise of the game, I was like, holy shit, that's awesome. I've played so many card games, but like the one thing that drives me crazy is after the meta is determined and you have like clearly best decks, and
it's just miserable. And you play against the same deck 6 times.
You have to like put in so many reps for you to make any kind of like marginal effort, you know, like you can plateau in skill real hard.
That's
real
true.
hard.
That's absolutely true, Lord Farquaad. Like your opponent's like, oh, I'm actually just going to take a turn forever, and then I'm going to forge all my keys. But anyway, that's Keyforge.
Yeah.
You know, are you having fun?
Right. You have a deck that was like, I mean, I love that decks have pedigrees. Like we were talking about it the other night. They were talking about the Grunt Buggy Iron Obelisk deck that beat another Vault Tour winning deck and got second place at this one.
Yeah,
you know,
it was awesome deck.
That's awesome to me. That's a pedigree deck at that point.
Yeah,
you know, and I think like value wise, that makes that deck shoot up in price. You know,
it's very. I don't want to use the term unique, but it is.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
The things that it's doing are not the way a lot of other decks win.
7.
I think another one of my
also 7
favorite things about like the gameplay for Keyforge is how eloquently it does the no resource costs, because no other card game really does that well or much at all.
And I think there's enough.
Were you first?
Yeah, I'm first. Yeah, there's more than enough stuff in the game to make up for like the variance, the luck variance.
Yeah.
I
think I'm mulligan.
I'm gonna keep.
Man, if you get like a Grunt Buggy Proclamation deck,
yeah,
think about that. I don't think we've seen one of those.
Round 5. Probably it was round 4 at Gen Con. I played against a dude who had Proclamation, and I had to pay basically the 16 for the last 2 keys.
Yeah, I mean, you got to.
So
it's so hard not to. Imagine a Brobnar Sanctum, just the Brobnar Sanctum side. You got Grunt Buggy, you could have Pile of Skulls, you have Proclamation, you could have Pedros Wall.
Yeah, and I think you'd want Dis as the other side, right?
Schuler
with
Zoom.
Legacy Arise in it.
Yeah.
If we're just if we're just making a deck
Sure.
that we want.
Yeah.
It's got a Legacy Arise in it.
And that's why we don't put deck building in Keyforge.
But can you imagine how much that deck would be worth? It'd be worth infinity dollars.
It'd be sneaky though.
Yeah, and then it loses to like the.
It loses to EMP Blast.
Well, I was going to say it loses to the Maverick barehanded or whatever because you're like having to like the top of your deck is just junked up with stuff.
Is that even that's in the set, isn't it?
Yeah,
anyway?
yeah. But I'm just saying it's like Mavericked into Untamed or something. Okay, so I'm going first. I'm gonna Wild Wormhole.
Okay.
Into a World Tree.
Okay.
And it's your turn.
I'll say Mars. I'll play Mars Needs Amber, play a Shockworm, play a Sky Booster, and discard Containment Field.
Alright, we're gonna say Logos. I'm gonna Binate Rupture.
Okay.
I think 1 and 1 is fine. I'm gonna discard a Binate Rupture.
Okay.
I'm gonna play an Igor.
Two buggy, two wall. Literally every creature in the deck besides Grove Keeper is above 5. That's pretty dumb.
Okay, I think I'm gonna discard the third Binate Rupture.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a card. Sorry, I'm gonna play Jargogel and put a card under him.
Sure.
And it is your turn. I will draw.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. I'm just gonna look at this real quick. Okay. I'll say Mars. I'll play Martian Generosity. I'm gonna draw 6. I was trying to debate whether or not I wanted to like reap first.
I'm almost always on the
To get everything.
get as many cards as you can.
All right, I'll do it.
Okay.
We're doing it. This is
I'm
actually
telling
back
you.
to my hand. So I draw 10.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Because what happens is your next 2 turns are also stupid.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Okay, so play.
Just like key abduction, get a free key.
I don't have Key Abduction.
Okay.
That would be pretty stupid. I'll play a Dominator.
Oh, yikes.
Play Mind Warper. Actually, I'll play Mind Warper, Dominator, and then Proliferator,
Yikes.
and then Sky Booster, Sky Booster. Mars first. Ready, Reap. I guess I get Generosity.
Yes. Yes, that is the correct.
Okay. And then when Mars first,
Jesus Christ.
to Ready, Reap. Get this Mars first. You may have a turn now.
Okay. We're gonna say Untamed. I'm going to Persistence Hunting for Mars.
Oh no, my plans.
I'm gonna play a Full Moon and then a Tentadlin, and we're hoping and we're praying we can hit the Generosity. And it is your turn. I will draw 3. I need card. No, card. No, you're supposed to be there. It's supposed to be there.
I feel like I just draw some more cards.
Just
Because I don't have enough cards right now. And I feel like I want more cards.
just have the whole deck.
Yeah, and I do get to use Proliferator again. I feel like I just draw more cards. I'm gonna say Mars. Pick up Archive.
I can't imagine how badly I'd be losing if you got to activate all your Martians.
I know, right? I'm gonna draw 10. I won't play the Mars first.
No, I think you want to just keep putting
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I might be out of like Mars cards, but that's okay. I'll play Custom Virus.
Oh.
And I will Mars first. To Ready and Reap with Proliferator. I guess I just like
put the Martian generosity in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
It's probably right.
Probably.
It's probably correct. Call.
Eventually, I would take another Mars turn.
Okay, my turn. This is
my hand.
Yeah,
I can't.
I get it. I get it. Okay, we're gonna say Mars, and we're gonna play Combat Pheromones. This is where he like Sneck Lifter's Combat Pheromones.
God.
I am going to Containment Field the Proliferator.
Okay.
Now, I have a play where I can Beam Buckler my own Jargogel and play the card that's underneath it, but I'm going to kill this Mind Warper. And then I'm going to play a Xanthix Harvester, and I'm going to discard Martian Hounds. And then I'm going to tell you to go ahead, and then I'm going to draw card! 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 Damn. Alright, your turn. Yeah, Merkins. Yeah, if I could play Merkins. Whew.
I feel like I need more cards. And now I can activate Martians. I mean, I'm not seeing a downside here. How many cards are in my deck? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll win at some point. I don't know when. I'll get there. I'll figure that out later. So I'm gonna say Mars. I'll pick up my archive. Let's see. So I have how many cards in my discard pile? I have 5 Mars cards in my discard pile. So what that means is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need to get 6 amber worth of Martian generosities.
Yeah.
To happen, which I can do. So I'm gonna reap with the Proliferator.
He'll die.
He will die. I'm gonna archive.
But that's like fine because you're drawn through the whole deck.
I guess I'll archive Mars first. He dies. That goes away. I will reap with the Sky Booster. It goes back to my hand. And I'll play Martian Generosity. And I'll pay 6 amber. Draw 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12's gone. Martian Generosity is discarded. Pick up all these cards. My whole deck. Okay. I just have my entire deck in my hand now.
Yep.
So play
Yep.
Proliferator,
Yep.
play Mind Warper,
Yep.
play
Yep.
Containment Field on the Tentatalon,
Yep.
play Sky Booster, kill the Harvester, I will unstun Dominator, play Mars Needs Amber, play Mars first to ready.
Yeah. No, I think you guys are right.
About what?
You should have put Mars Needs Amber in your archive and then put the Mars first into your hand
that's
'cause
true.
You could use it immediately.
Yeah. Ready and reap with Proliferator, archiving. I mean, I guess it's Generosity again, just to have it there.
Because that way you can draw whatever's in your discard pile.
Yeah. Shockworm will reap. Probably won't be playing another Mars turn. Is there any like Mars or custom virus value I can get here? I could kill like a Beam Buckler. That kills like all my Martians.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Let's
don't want to.
see.
You don't want to say Mars.
No.
You don't want to discard a Martian.
Are they both? No, they're different.
Cyborg, Beast Mutant, Tree.
I don't think I have a tree in my deck.
You have no tree. The World Tree is a location and not a tree.
Fair enough. That's it.
Okay. I don't know how we win this game. I'm going to play an Amber Conduction unit to at least make Justin think about which Martian he's going to use first. I'll play an Agent Human.
It's still a Sky Booster Squadron.
And then this Tixel... There's no point in killing your dudes. Tixel Beam Buckler's going to reap. He'll get stunned. Sure. Whatever. And your turn. This Agent Human is laughably bad. I'll draw 2. We did it.
What'd you do?
Did it.
I'll say Shadows.
We did it.
I'm gonna Whistling Darts.
I have to kill all of my creatures.
Play Special Delivery. I'm gonna Throwing Stars all your 2 power guys.
Oh God!
Play Knuckles. Play Gamgee. Play Lamindra. Play Umbra. Play Bullet Eye. Play Hidden Stash.
How do we win this game?
Play.
How do I win? I'm gonna play a card next turn. It's gonna kill like 6 guys. It's gonna kill like 7 guys, and I'm still gonna be losing my ass.
I'm gonna play a Nightforge. The question is, do I spend that Amber or do I like?
Well, you have to if you play it, right?
No, you may forge a key.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I care against Logos Mars Untamed. I don't think I care. And then I will deploy this Lil Nif. I guess like here-ish. Or there-ish. No. This is all terrible. I'll do it. I don't know. I didn't really make a good spot for this Lil Nif. I'll just put him there. And that is it. I'll say check finally.
Now we're gonna teach him.
You gonna teach me?
I'm gonna teach him.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Logos. I'm gonna play Seisma Entangler, and I'll Interdimensional Graft.
Okay.
And it is your turn. I will draw 2.
So you get those, and I'm gonna teach you right. I'll say shadows.
Oh God, you got too much to protect.
I'm gonna reap with this Gamgee. Steals 1. I guess I can too much protect first.
Oh my God.
No,
Well,
it doesn't get it. Yet.
It's gonna be the same either way.
Yeah, it's the same. So I'll reap. I'll steal.
There are the ducks.
Oh my gosh. Play too much to protect.
We definitely lose the game to too much to protect. You flip your key.
Flip the key. I will. Attack the tree with his Umbra. Steal 1. I'll reap with Bullet Eye. Destroy.
Gamgee is stunned.
Okay. Destroy the tree. Reap with Knuckles. Reap with Lamindra. Reap with Little Nif. And that is it. Also check again.
I'm going to say Untamed. And I'm going to Common Cold.
Okay.
I drew it, but
That's
it was
pretty funny.
too late. I'm going to play into Pinseed. And did I actually have... No, I did not have 6.
No.
I'll play a Marmo Swarm. And I guess I'll World Tree this Beam Buckler on top of my deck. And then I'll tell you to go ahead. I'll say check my 6.
Okay, so Forge.
I even drew an extra card. I've got 7 cards in my hand. That's how little attention Justin is paying.
I don't know what's happening on your side of the board. I really don't know.
I got a bunch of artifacts.
I guess I will.
This is cool stuff sent you in the wrong box.
I will say.
This is actually a pretty good box of decks.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'll say Dis. Play a Yerk. Discard a Misery Exploit. Play Amber Imp. Play Schuler.
Jeez.
Play Key to Dis.
Jeez. That deck is very similar.
Tesmal.
That deck is pretty similar to the one that I had at
Play Yerk, discard Orb Invictus. Play Silver Key Imp, play Dust Imp. Well, I guess I'll play Streak in over here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Somewhere
in that
just
mess.
Just stuff them in there.
Yeah, that's cool. Alright, at least.
Okay. Okay, great. Oh my. Oh my goodness.
What a beating. What did I tell you guys?
Man, I love Keyforge. I've never had any other opinions about it. Whew.
I think there's a world in which I can participate in that game. I have to have the common cold when he does all that Martian stuff. I didn't have it right then. I persistence hunting to try to buy myself some time, but yeah.
Whew. Ooh-wee.
That was gross. I was like, oh, maybe I should have I don't know. Maybe I should have mulligan. I don't know. I have the common cold. So like, I'm more than likely playing this deck if I open it right.
Yeah.
So having the common cold in this deck makes it so that I really want my opponent to be on Mars, so
right.
just get some free kills of stuff. Now, unfortunately, I have Mars in this deck. I also had a Hypno Beam. There's a chance that if
That's extra good to play against Mars then.
like Hypno Beam your Proliferator, Reap, archive my Hypno Beam, then
man,
I am the one that is the Martians. But
that's obviously not going to happen every game with this deck too. So
no, but still, you do that to an opponent, you absolutely savage them, and you feel pretty good about your chances. So yeah, so strategy, absolutely. This is the Tabletop Royale endorsed strategy. Open 3 good decks.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think about that before the stream, and now that we've played, 4 games and we've opened 12 decks, I have to say that that's definitively the best strategy.
Just open the best decks.
Yeah,
and you're gonna do great at nationals.
Yeah, I think it's gonna work.
Simple. Yeah. It's
so simple.
obvious that it eludes most people.
Right.
I mean, I think like it's one of those. I feel like even with employing some strategies to give yourself some edge, that if your opponent just has crazy decks, then I don't know what you can do.
I don't either.
I mean, I do feel like I said, I think there's a world in which this deck could beat that one. It depends on like some timing and some stuff, but this deck on paper looks pretty bad. It's got triple Binate Rupture. Like I had all Binate Ruptures in the first 10 cards of my deck. So
past the first like 3 rounds, if you're winning, you're gonna have those games that come down to decisions, that come down to those first few plays, and none of these games really did.
Yeah, and so it's you might also consider banning the less obvious deck, right?
Right.
I think in the early rounds, it's probably safe to do that. But your opponent is probably winning with the decks that are less obvious.
That's true, right? But then you know that they're there because they're
They've won with that Untamed Mars Logos deck
every round.
They've won with that deck. They've had to.
Yeah.
So maybe because they think the Shadows isn't oppressive. There are a lot of very mediocre Shadows cards in this set. Knuckles Bolton, Whistling Darts, like
you could have a very blank Shadows turns.
Yes, yeah, and you can have Shadow Sides that don't have any stealing in them, like Laminadras. Like, what if their Shadow Side has like 3 Laminadras?
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm glad we did this. I don't know that we learned anything.
I don't think so.
That we like didn't know.
But we got some more decks.
I'm glad we had some.
I think we slap another pod on
of just like some of the crazy decks from this.
We could even take a vote on which 4 of these decks should be in a pod.
I mean, because like your Time Traveler deck,
that's pretty sweet.
It's we already had like a Time Traveler triple Exhume deck, but that deck, I don't think it was Brobnar though. I think the other house was something else.
Yeah.
But I think that deck is worth considering. And the decks that I opened, those 2 decks had some crazy combos.
The second game you played, I think the deck was absolutely bananas.
Yeah,
like
it was
bananas.
Yeah. So.
Whew. Well.
Yeah, I think you gotta right. Yeah, you gotta like pick what like the strengths of your decks are, and try to like play into those.
I mean, that's you're only giving yourself so much of an edge, though.
Yeah.
You still aren't going to beat that nuts.
I think
this side or
right. I think you're giving, but anything you can give yourself like 5%, or even 2%. Right,
that makes the difference.
2%.
Yeah.
Over 18 games. I mean,
adds up.
So
agreed.
that's it. We're done here.
We're prepped for nationals now.
Yeah.
We're officially prepped. And we hope that anyone who's watching that's going to learn the most valuable lesson of all, that we all learn together.
Open crazy decks.
Get some good decks.
Yeah. That's just Keyforge, I guess. But.
That's just Keyforge. We have the strategy down. We're ready.
We've got it down.
Thank you so much.
We'll see if I can remember to do that.
All right, guys. Well, we will be back. I mean, we'll be back normal time actually, so we're not missing any streams.
Yeah. We'll be back on Sunday, starting round 2, I think.
Yeah. I have it all paired, so you can go check it out. The 3 best decks were the friends we made along the way.
So, thanks everybody for hanging out with us.
Yeah, we'll keep you guys updated, of course, in Discord.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and link that again in case there's anyone in chat who hasn't joined the Discord yet.
I probably won't be linking my decks necessarily in the Discord.
No, keep that super secret.
Because I think scouting is probably a real issue in this.
Yeah, it could be.
So
hashtag friends in Discord. Those were the friends we made along the way. The real Tabletop Royale is the friends we made along the way. Okay. Time to reseed round 2? Heck nah. I ain't doing that. That took a lot of time to drag, make sure there were no games or no pods with 3 3-0s in them. Some do have 2 3-0s. And then make sure there were no all 2-1s to move around some of 3-0s. And then make sure none of the decks were in the same pod
against each other
in the first round. Yeah. So it should be pretty wide as far as this deck is going to have played through 6 other decks to get where it is.
Yeah.
Into the finals.
Which I mean that's what we did with COTA, and I think we were pretty close on COTA.
Yeah.
I think our best decks made it to the tournament. So.
I think at the end of the day, yes. I think if we played it again, I'm not sure how it shakes out with bait and switch library access being different.
Yeah,
and I do think we were worse at the game to start. We learned a lot of lessons. Into round 2, we became much better players than we were probably for the length of round 1. We were figuring things out in the latter half of round 1, I think, but we were definitely better players into round 2.
Yeah,
and I think that showed with some of the decks that did well in round 1 and doing worse in round 2.
Mm-hmm.
That may not have been why. But
a lot of those decks were like, we were just playing the cards. We weren't trying to assemble combos or anything like that. Unlike say the little deck that could. I can't remember. Heat Peeve. Yeah. Like Heat Peeve was a deck that once you had some reps with it, you could actually do stuff. So.
Yeah, we'll definitely do another tournament with our another top 32 decks, especially out of some AOA versus COTA, if we get some time between Worlds Collide and the end of this tournament. So there's gonna be 13 streams for round 2, I think.
That's good. It's about half of what we had before, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
So all right, guys. That's about a month. Yeah.
Okay. Let's shut it down.
Shutting it down. Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you Sunday.
Bye.